Hello and welcome back to Mondo Musings for yet another installment of Collegiate Countdown. I'm your presenter, Ricardo McLean. Now for the second week running, Jamaica-born and partially US-raised Iowa 400-meter man, Chadrick Richards produced an effort, in this case a personal best, 46.01 second clocking at the Tyson Invitational that would have cracked the countdown. However, with no concrete confirmation as yet as to whether he'll throw his lot in with the land of his birth or the place where he's matured into a top-tier quarter-mile talent, Mondo Musings remains similarly non-committal. As for our list this week, it features these 9 sureties with these brilliant top 10 performances. Long jump phenom Wayne Pinnock kicks off this edition of the countdown with his PB run of 6:62 in 60-meter qualifying at the Tyson Invitational. At number 9 is where we find Arkansas freshman Joanne Reed and her 200-meter absolute best of 23.35 seconds done at the aforementioned Tyson Invitational. The impressive time marked welcome progression in the event for the stately ex-St. Jago sprinter whose previous fastest time over 2 bills of 23:39 had come outdoors in the Class 3 final at Boys and Girls Championships all the way back in 2017. Following a weekend off, Texas Tech's Demisha Roswell returns to the countdown in the 8th spot with her crisp 8:07 heat performance at the Texas Tech Shootout. Defending NCAA champion Kemba Nelson sprints into the picture at number 7, courtesy of her work-woman-like 7:20 clocking for the win over 60 meters at the Windy City Invitational. With 3 wins from as many finals starts, the collegiate record holder in the event should be riding high on confidence as she saddles up to go in search of a maiden Pac-12 title later this month. Meanwhile, 6th position this time around is occupied by Olympian Kyrie Macleod. The veteran volunteer saved his biggest leap, an imposing 8.07 meter effort for last in the invitational long jump at the Tyson Invite. The seasonal best mark saw the ex-Casey man fall just 4 centimeters short of former Arkansas Razorback Laquan Nairn's 8:11 winning distance. An 8-flat lifetime best performance in the final of the 60 hurdles at the Texas Tech Shootout sees Lady Red Raider Demisha Roswell double back at number 5. The Veertech alum's previous PB of 8.02 seconds had also come on her home track in sprint-friendly Lubbock. A season's best 51.78 in just her second 400 of the current indoor campaign captures the 4th spot for Texas's Stacey-Ann Williams. The ex-St. Elizabeth technical student finished 3rd behind an NCAA leading 51.27 clocking from Kentucky's Alexis Holmes, who took the win ahead of another Lady Longhorn, Kennedy Simon. Texas A&M's Chevany Hansen lowered his 2-week-old indoor PB by over half a second to 45.89 in his 400-meter section at the Don Kirby Elite Meet. The former Edwin Allen student set himself up to make full use of the advantage afforded by Albuquerque's altitude with a typically blazing first lap. Another week, another podium finish on the countdown for Baylor's Akira Nugent, whose PB performance of 7:89 at the Texas Tech Shootout was her 4th sub-8 time on the young season. Once again, the defending NCAA champ signaled that she'll be ready to mount a robust defense of her crown in an event that's already seen 5 collegians break into the 790s. And at number 1, is A&M's Cherokee Young, who, like teammate Hansen in the men's equivalent, sailed through the rarefied air of Albuquerque to an eye-catching 400 PB. The Heidel grad's winning time of 51.24 in her heat at the Don Kirby meet closed the weekend as the fastest on the clock in the NCAA ranks this season. And even with adjustments for altitude, it sees her sitting firmly in second on the event's current performance list. And that's how we close out another edition of the Countdown. Now, there'll be no video in this series next week as the US Collegiate calendar's focus shifts to indoor championships for some of the smaller conferences and a number of last chance meets for athletes who are still searching for potential qualifying marks for the big dance or who are seeking to sharpen up ahead of their respective conference showpieces. As always, though, you can rest assured that we'll have something informative for you to chew on at that time. Thanks, as always, for tuning in. Until then, Godspeed.